Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, it looks like the bell is tolling for you. Y'all, what am I talking about? Okay, it's no secret that CNN, NBC News, and all these people are coming out and saying that Diddy has been officially notified that he is under a grand jury investigation. Now, why is that so important? If you guys don't know, grand jury investigations are secret. However, in some investigations, they literally do have to notify you at a certain point that, hey, we are looking at you. Now, people have said that's all cap. There ain't no grand jury. Ain't nothing going to happen to Diddy. Baby, keep believing those dreams or nightmares, whichever one you choose it to be. He is 100%. The grand jury expanded. They have interviewed countless numbers of people. How do we know this? NBC reported it. CNN reported it all last night on 4th of July. And I said, is Diddy going to be arrested on America's holiday? But then I said, listen, you know the feds. And I say this with love in my heart. They are the original stunt queens and kings. You saw them frog marching Al Capone and everybody out there. The Fed and Trump and the way they swarmed in. The feds love a good photo op, baby. They understand the power of the media. Call it jury tainting all you want. In any case, TMZ even reported it in a throwaway line. Now, why is it so important that Diddy has been notified? Because, baby, they notify you right before the indictment drops. Oh, yeah, by the way, we have been having the grand jury convening, and it is about you. So see you soon. Baby, his lawyers, the streets are saying it's working overtime. However, Diddy already saw this coming. For those of y'all being like, oh my God, Diddy ain't worried about this. He gonna beat this. He gonna do this. Again, keep holding on to those dreams and nightmares. But what did we discover? Let's get to the point of this. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Did y'all see Kendrick Lamar go in on Drake in the They Not Like Us video? If I'd had a little rhythm, I would audition to be one of those dancers, right? Wop, 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 wop. I lean on you like literally. I would have been Whitney. Well, not Whitney. She would have been with her man in the living room. But I've been in the background dancing, lifting up those jeans, doing the Whitney all over Drake's grave. That's the best way you can be like, we ain't happy, baby. We happy and the kids are happy. This is some Norman Rockwell mess without the racism. Anyway, that's why I was late. Listen, I know I said I was going to go live last night, but unfortunately, I ate some barbecue and tripped and fell into my bed, and then the covers fell over me and the pillow forced my head down, and I was out for the count. Fell asleep on Twitter researching all the symbolism behind the Kendrick They Not Like Us video. Yes, that's what I did on America's holiday, right? Figured out how to take down a Canadian OV-ho. Anyway, y'all, back to the Diddy thing, okay? Because we'll talk about this. Y'all, Jonathan Oddi, remember Jonathan Oddi? If you don't, I have the video. I'll remind y'all. The man that predicted all of this about Diddy, Cassie, let's not forget, he said Rick Ross's name and DJ Khaled. He actually said they all G and said that they was moving weight on private jets. Remember all that? Well, guess what, right? If you guys don't know, a couple of days ago, Diddy got dropped by his law firm of 20 years, led by Ken Masalis. His son, Ben Masalis, is one of the biggest DNC political makers, commentators, kingmakers. Listen, they're heavy in the Democratic National Party, but also they're heavy on the Republican side. Baby, corruption knows no party, okay? I'm not saying he's corrupt. I'm just saying if we found out Ben Masalis was corrupt, I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, Ken Masalis has been the law firm that was Diddy's lawyer for 20 years, okay? Ben Masalis is his son. Midas Touch, super, super powerful when it comes to political stuff. They are kingmakers, titans, billionaires, close friends of Diddy. Ben Masalis is actually Diddy's best friend. For them to drop him a couple of days ago and try to blame it on Lady Gaga, then walk it back and be like, oh no, it wasn't Lady Gaga. We're just doing it because we don't agree with violence against women. That's funny because wasn't Kim Masalis is my, if I had to guess, because Kim Masalis has been Diddy's lawyer through everything. Was he not the one that probably negotiated all of Cassie's contracts, including the contract if she had to leave? What you mean? Were you not the one that put in the NDAs and the silence agreements and the gag agreements on everybody's settlement Diddy had, every victim that Diddy had? Even Kurt Burrows, I think it was, or was it the other one? Chris Light, I think it was Kurt Burrows. Well, not Kurt Burrows. Let me get that. So I have notes. Hold on. But were you not the one that negotiated all the contracts when Diddy was doing this dirt? So would you not be the ones trying to get out the way because the feds officially notified and you saw what they did to Trump's lawyers, basically saying the attorney-client privilege protection is not enough to protect you if they believe you are helping them with some criminal things. Again, think about it. Again, Jonathan Oddi, who at this point, people say he's in jail. He has not had a court date in 7 years. That's actually against the Constitution. And he has lawyers and he has this. We had not seen either here. People are saying that he actually is in witness protection because don't forget, Diddy is rumored to have his money mixed up with the cartels. And on top of that, this is why the case may have been expanded to money laundering. We have Jonathan Oddi's video where he makes the connections from 2012 into what's going on now, and it explains why Diddy's law firm dumped him. Because, baby, they're implicated too. And if that wasn't enough, I know. I told you your girl been cooking. Just give me a little time to sleep and rest. I'll come back with something good. If that wasn't enough, get comfortable for this one. If that wasn't enough, right? Brendan, the white boy basketball player, and I mean that with all respect, not like this Rick Ross calling Drake a white boy disrespectful. With all the Diddy's boy wonder, his alleged rug mule, the person that basically, if you want my opinion and a lot of legal people's opinion, he flipped for the feds. If y'all think that the feds are giving somebody a diversion program is something where you could get time, but they'll give you just like something like, oh, if you stay out of trouble for a year on probation, we'll make it all go away. If you think in the middle of the case of the century, but outside of Donald Trump's case, for the feds, now you saw how petty they were. And listen, sometimes the government needs to be petty. Maybe they don't. Y'all saw how nitpicky they were over everything dealing with Donald Trump. Everybody that was around him, they were like, you get a charge, you get a charge, you get a charge. They even went after lawyers. You think Diddy's right-hand man, alleged rug mule that's been by his side and seen everything because he got to supply the lace gummy bears, you really think it caught him, that man, up on 2 felony rug possessions and they let him go on a diversion program? What America do y'all live in? Like, honestly, like, the feds are smart enough to know, baby, you can't play completely clean with people that are playing dirty. Now, granted, I'm not saying that they play dirty. I am saying that they use every trick, tactic, and everything short of cheating to get what they can. That includes strong arming people. They got things on them. Y'all are, not y'all, but the people in the back are dizzy to be like, it's standard to get that. It's the difference between your boyfriend getting locked up for selling dope and you nobody, and what you might get, and your boyfriend being Pablo Escobar. Girl, they gonna put charges on you and put you in jail just on the strength that they want to see what they can get from you about Pablo Escobar. Anyway, right? Well, guess what? Okay, let's get into this. It looks like Diddy may have been accused of witness tampering or even witness intimidation. Now, here's the thing. Okay. See, Diddy has a problem. At the end of the day, Brandon was the one, if you can believe the feds are putting pressure. And what I know about living in America, the feds always put pressure. Their pressure is their middle name. Okay. They went to war with the Italian mafia, with the Jewish mafia, with the BMF. And always won, baby. They don't be sitting there holding their Bibles, like singing, we shall overcome, baby. They be in them streets and in the mud too, trying to win, okay? So here's the thing. Diddy had a problem. Shout out to Zex Zev on TikTok. Okay, so listen, right? So Brendan, people are saying, is cooperating with the feds. That's why they dropped one felony charge and they said they would downgrade it and he's not even going to have to serve time and he'll be in a diversion program, all this other stuff. But see, here's the thing. This mofo was the one that if it was me, I will put pressure on. Let me just get through this intro, then I'll show you the evidence because I found it and nobody else found it. Okay. I found it in between researching lyrics for Kendrick. All right. Okay. So did y'all see What's the Dirt breakdown on Kendrick Lamar's videos? His breakdown, it's What's the Dirt. He's on YouTube. His breakdown, it's about an hour long, but pop it in. His breakdown on 616 in LA, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. He did that. Okay, so listen, and it goes deeper than you think, okay? Okay, so here's the thing with Brendan, okay? Brendan, if it was me, would be the person I would put pressure on to. Because here's the thing. Christina Corcom, KK, that other guy, Joel Cole, whatever his name is, all those people been with Diddy for a minute. Literally, they've been with Diddy for so long, and I mean decades, that if Diddy goes down, they going down. Because more likely than not, you either were involved in it or you did something that is going to make you guilty by nature, okay? And you're so deep that if they start offering deals to them, you might let co-conspirators get away with stuff. But into Brendan. See, Brendan had a dream. Brendan he's young, right? He still look wet behind the ears, so he could look like, golly gee, on the, I don't know, mister, my black friends came and they said, hey, you want to be a bad boy? And I was like, what's that? So if he was not on your side, he might be able to tell a sob story to the jury. And they're just like, oh, he looked just like my grandbaby. Ma, Pa, Bert, let's let him go free. Okay. So, but that said, he would be really, really good if he was on the witness stand. Young, wet behind the ears, he can show how Diddy corrupted people. He can show how the descent to hell. Let's not forget, he was a basketball player. He wanted to do all this. He wanted to be a producer. He left that all seduced by the glamour and glitz of Diddy in order to him hold the what do you call it, the happy sack or the belly sack, whatever those fanny packs, to hold the fanny pack of the devil, of the demons, right? But what is it? He's only been around Diddy for 4 years. So you can't say he was like fundamental to the organization. So out of everyone, when you're looking at a list of the usual suspects, you're like, well, Brendan, maybe he can go free because I don't think it's going to spark much public outrage because he's only been for 4 years, as opposed to letting KK walk, where people might be like, wait, she was just as culpable as Diddy. Why you let her go, right? But also to the fact of, because he was the rug supplier, right? Because he was the rug supplier, he was in the middle of all the parties. He might not have been in the rooms feeding Diddy his little laced gummy bears. Pumpkin, open up and say hi. He might have, but something tells me he was jogging in like the guy that holds Gatorade in the Super Bowl. He was running in between freak-offs. I would think, popping gummies in everybody's mouths, talking about chew, 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 chew. He was passing out them lollipops that you ain't giving anybody under the age of 21, telling them to go at it. See, Brendan's seen some things. Brendan also, because you know Diddy, might have had to do some things too. Brendan is the perfect witness for the feds. Won't spark public outrage if we let you walk, but you've been here for not the old stuff. They got enough people for the old stuff, but you're the perfect person to lean on for information for the new stuff. Now, if you believe that, then it would follow that Brendan is on the federal prosecution witness. And I would imagine if the feds questioned anyone, they would say, can you please stay away from Mr. Combs and his associates? Now, even if they don't see that to Brendan, I'm sure Diddy's lawyers told him, yo, stay away from anybody that they might be questioning because you don't want them to say that you are jury tampering, witness tampering, or even worse, doing witness intimidation. Okay, so we got those basics out. All right. So that's all happening. But see, here's the thing with Diddy. Diddy is arrogant. Diddy has ego. right? Now I know Diddy look like he's been taking depression naps and waking up and like drinking Mountain Dew Slurpees. But Diddy is also maniacal, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, Diddy says he is innocent of everything, even the last case. I'll do a different video about that. Let's stick to this, right? And Diddy has, in my opinion, a God complex. Diddy also is cruel, in my opinion, and he likes to flex his power. See, I don't think that Diddy realizes his power is gone. Diddy has been in lower times. Remember when that city college incident happened and like 8 or 9 people actually passed away? Diddy could have been facing 8 or 9 body counts. He's been in bad places before and he's gotten out of it. See, here's the thing. Diddy wasn't joking. He thinks he can get out of this. And he thinks he's going to make everybody pay. And he thinks he's going to rebuild. And Diddy also thinks because he got away with so much in New York City and in LA that he thinks he's above the law. If you guys don't know, local police looked over a lot of stuff. Maybe he had the reasons. Some people said Diddy is an FBI informant. He might be, but Homeland Security investigation is senior to even the FBI. The FBI is below them. So no matter what deal Diddy has with the FBI, Homeland Security is like, we don't care who told you what. Like Kendrick said, right? Two Chainz said you safe. No, Two Chainz said that you was safe on East Side, but he lied, right? The Homeland Security is like, they lied. You ain't safe. So here's the thing. Remember when, this is when I started looking like, remember when, okay? Remember when Diddy, everybody was like, yo, where's Diddy? Did he flee America? Diddy is still in America, especially now. I don't know why people talking about Diddy's fled. Fled where? He is right there, out there, front and center. Everybody knows he's in Miami right now. He's been in Miami. That's been his safe little place. He been pop locking on his dock. Literally looked like he like zooming, probably listening to Jesus, trumping around and like orange swim trunks, just looking like, take this money. This is why I seduced America, right? Putting his little shoulders, just acting a damn fool, right? Anyway, so we know that he's in Miami. But see, here's the thing. Diddy had a problem. And Diddy needed to get his investment back. See, he's invested a lot in Brendan. Not as much as he should have, because Diddy is notoriously cheap for the amount of money he was supposedly had. But he's invested a lot in Brendan. A lot. And see, here's the thing. Diddy wants his investment back. Diddy needed, and this is where he tripped himself up. Diddy, I think, wanted to send a signal to everybody silently watching. See, not you and me. I was never at any freak off parties, ever, right? I'm like, ever, as if that was up for question. Never, ever have I ever, right? But here I thought all these years I was being antisocial when I used to get invited to parties and this and that and, this and that. And I was never particularly mixy. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm very friendly, but when somebody's like industry party and I'm like, can I come in my pajamas? Like, I'm mixy, but it was never like, oh, I gotta go, right? Probably because I had so much going on that I was like, no, I'm creating or I'm painting or I'm making furniture. I like to make furniture in my spare time, if you guys don't know, right? That's going to be my retirement plan. I'm going to make handmade dressers and beds and just weird shit and then like put it on Etsy or eBay marketplace for like 80,000 handmade. That's going to be my retirement. Just going to be making one of a kind piece furniture. But the whole point of the matter is, right? See, here's the thing. There's what we see as outsiders looking in. And then there's the people that were on the other side that know what they know. And they sitting there trying to figure out, how much do the feds know? Okay. How much do the feds know about the stuff I was involved in? Okay. Now, if they know this, everybody's waited with bated breath for that indictment. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? See, here's the thing. Diddy, the only time since his indictment, he's been in Florida and he flew to LA one time only. And he was sitting there again, because you know me, I love to clown people. It's like, look at him looking like a crackhead in the street, just crackety crackhead, right? And I was like, what? But I kept saying, what is he doing in LA? This makes no sense. You didn't even go to your kid's graduation. You flew into LA for basically a day and a half, and then you flew out. And I said, what are you doing in LA, Diddy? Nobody else thought about this, or maybe they did, and whatever. I'm the only one that's talking trash about it. So let's just say I thought about it. Maybe others did, but you get my point. But I was like, what are you doing in LA, Diddy? What are you doing in LA? And why did TMZ post a crackhead video of you out there talking to random people? It's so odd. So I did a little digging, and I dug a little more, and I dug a little more. See, Diddy had a problem, not so much Brendan, but for everybody that's been on with him on this decades-long reign of terror. He needed to send a message. I know who you are, and I can get to you. And please believe you can talk to the feds, or you can talk to this. He also needs to send a message to the people that are too powerful for Diddy to intimidate. To send a message to them to say, yo, calm down. I still got this under control. I know it looked like the feds got my man Brandon, but they don't. I'm still in charge. I still got this under control. Don't forsake me yet. I don't need you to support me publicly. I just need you to not forsake me. See, that was the purpose of that LA trip. That was the purpose of the LA trip. And if this is who I believe it is, and I have evidence, it looks like, I don't know, the feds may be looking at Diddy for witness tampering and witness intimidation. Okay? Listen, let me show you what I found just by going over things obsessively. Also, while I have you guys in the chat, I want you guys to do a little market survey for me, if you guys can do that. I have 3 thumbnails that I made, okay? Here's thumbnail 1. Look at the screen. Diddy caught witness tampering. Here's Jonathan Oddi. He's pictured with, I believe, his ex-wife. We blurred her face off because I don't think she's like a public individual. And of course, Brendan, the mule, okay? Now we go into, who's this? Here's my second video. It has Brendan and just Jonathan Oddi. Diddy witness tampering. That's number 2, okay? And now we have the third one. Diddy caught with witness tampering. Jonathan Oddi hit, oh, God damn it. Sorry. Oops, sorry. God. Sorry. Didn't mean to curse there. Then we have Diddy caught witness tampering. Diddy's face is a little smaller. You see more of Jonathan Oddi and his ex-wife, but I still pixelated her face. And we see Brendan. This is the third one. Can you let me know in the chat which one you think is the better thumbnail? Just really quick. You guys, just let me do this real quick, okay? Then I'll get to the point. Okay, so here's thumbnail 1, right? No, sorry. Here's thumbnail 1, okay? Thumbnail 1, Diddy's face is bigger. Put 1 in the chat if you like that one. Here's thumbnail 2. Jonathan Oddi's wife is not there, but it's Diddy, Brendan first, and then Jonathan Oddi and Diddy. That's thumbnail 2. And here is thumbnail 3. Just different proportions. Which thumbnail do you guys like better? You guys like 2 and 2 and 3. Okay, so it looks like 2 is the majority. Some people like 1 though. Okay, I'm going to change it to, it looks like, wow, it looks like it's 2 by the long run. 2, 2, 2. Oh, wow. Oh, I was wrong. So it's 2. Okay, but some people like 1, and I see a few 3s, but it's definitely 2. Oh, wow, by a long shot. Thank you, guys. Okay, so it looks like it is 2, but 1 is hanging in there. So it looks like it's 2 by a long shot. Lori said, no, 3. Okay. All right, thanks, guys. Okay, so let's get into this. All right, thank you for helping me do my market research. Y'all know I'm trying to grow, and y'all Tattle Tells, y'all go, we gonna see this mountain together. You guys are my market research because everything I do is for y'all. So let me see what y'all like to do. Okay, so we like number 2. Okay, so let's get into this. So here's the thing in TMZ. Let's let this play for a second. Let me put this on a Summer Jam screen, right? Here is the TMZ article, right? And this is when I thought it was so weird. They were like, Diddy surfaces in LA amid Cassie probe. He was only there for like a day and a half. Again, I was like, Diddy, what are you doing there? So look at this. He's sitting there talking to someone. And I zoomed in and was like, who are you talking to? Now, it was weird because there was a car doing a drive-by video. Again, I said, this is either TMZ or this is Diddy's people. Because what is the odds Diddy is randomly standing on a corner in LA? He's talking to someone. The person turns around all shocked as if they didn't notice who was, they didn't know, they didn't want to be seen and they didn't know. Now, if you look very closely, the person's face is, look, and then Diddy is waving like he's waving and cheesing and whatnot to let the person know. Again, he's sending a message. Okay, you can see again, he's going by. Pay attention. We got to go through this. He's going by. This is the close-up. Diddy's actually pointing like, yo, look, he's waving. Look at the person turning like they just got caught. Okay, looking like he just got caught. Look at this. He fumbles. He tries to drop his head. Diddy is cheesing. Never been happier. Now, this looked like a random spotting. Let's also not forget that they said a fan calls out Diddy. The guy smiles and waves while also throwing an L for loser and prayer hands. You better pray for that, freedom boy. And he said he wasn't the least bit stressed despite his very serious situation lately. Baby, please keep on smiling until the feds wipe it off. Neither was Harvey Weinstein. Okay, and I was like, okay, who are these people that Diddy needs to be photographed with, that he needs to be seen with? Well, you guys, listen, you know, I did one better. And I said, you know what? Let's look at this video in motion and see if we can get to it. Because if you look at person that's in this video, it looks like they are one, ducking the cameras, and you have your shoulders shrugged, looking like a child being scolded by your parents. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Look at this. Now they're going, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look like he got caught cheating. Look at Diddy thanking you, saying, please, doing all this stuff. Let's do a zoom, shall we? Look at this. You notice that profile? You know who that is? Do you know who that is? I mean, I've probably given enough hints. Let's do it slow motion. People are saying that this is Brendan Paul. Diddy flew to LA. Look at Brendan. He's not supposed to be talking to Diddy. Look at him duck his head like, oh shit. This is Diddy sending a message to everyone that he still got things under control. And he flew out to LA. If these videos and sources could be believed, hold on, guys, I got ahead of me. If these videos and sources could be believed, he flew out to LA to have a secret meeting with a federal prosecution witness, Brendan Paul. And then unbeknownst to Brendan, he had either TMZ or his own people drive by and tape it. Because here's the thing, Diddy, I believe, was trying to send a message, not to us. We're the peanut gallery. We don't know what's going on, but to the people involved, the people that know what Diddy did, either with them or with them being a part of it. He either sent a message to intimidate anybody else that's going to talk, like, I will always have access to you, the feds can't protect you. Or, this is all my opinion, to send a message that he's on top of things. And even though people are like, wait, because people in the law thing is like, it looks like Brandon has a deal or snitching, to let everybody know, please don't abandon me yet. I 100% still have things in control. Even in this darkest hour, please believe, in this darkest hour, please believe that I have things under control. At least that's the way I see it. Y'all can put in the comments what y'all think, especially the people that participated in the market research. But that is the thing. Listen, I don't know what y'all thought that looked like. It looked like witness tampering and intimidation to me. Diddy did actually pay for Brandon's lawyer, but that don't have nothing to do with anything, because Brandon's family was like, you better separate yourself from that New York City hustler. Can't be We're not even going to be allowed to bring our raisin potato salad to the church picnic. Brendan, you better fix this. Brendan comes from a very rich, influential family in the Midwest. I don't understand why he had dreams of being a producer. And if he did, maybe he does have talent. It's very, very sad that he fell in with Puffy, because I feel like if he had fallen in with any other producers, maybe he'd be a star. Instead, he's just a star witness. Again, in my mind, this can only mean two things. Brendan ducking the cameras and that shoulder shrug, looking like a child being scolded by his parents. The way he ducked, he knew he wasn't supposed to be seen with Diddy. He knew he wasn't supposed to be around. And Diddy just stood there thinking. Once again, he used Brendan like a pawn. Now, we can argue about whether that's Brendan in the video. Looks like Brendan. Who else is that skinny? Brendan got a certain posture. My sources are telling me that was Brendan. Again, that wasn't for the general public. It was a message to the people involved that are actually looking. Okay. Again, somebody said that Brendan's smart. He told the feds about that meeting. Here's the thing. Again, I think this was Diddy trying to send a message, not to the feds, even though when Christian Combs did that diss tape, I said, because I was like, they won't be stupid enough to heckle the feds. Then Christian Combs did a diss track, and I said, yeah, they would. I said, yeah, they would, right? So what is it? Did he tell the feds about the meeting? Maybe, maybe not. Judging by the way Brendan was ducking down, I don't think that he was supposed to be meeting with Diddy. The feds probably found out at the same time we did with TMZ, and they were like, roger that. Call Brendan. He's playing basketball, a pickup game of basketball. Tell him to get his narrow booty on the phone. We need to talk to that mofo. Diddy was sending, in my opinion, a message to others. Please don't abandon me. I got things under control. Or he was sending a message to people that would think to talk and be like, it don't matter where it is. This is why Diddy magically flew from Florida to Los Angeles for like a day and a half. Why? Because he had to have a face-to-face meeting without any phones, without any recording devices, on the open street with no one around. You see how they're talking in that driveway? That's on purpose. If they had been talking in a public space, California is a 2-person consent recording thing, which means both people being recorded or everybody being recorded has to consent to that recording being shared. They have to consent to that reporting being shared. So here's the thing. If you meet in a restaurant, if you meet in a park, somebody could actually bug you and be like, oh, I overheard, right? If you met in a building, an office, a studio, somebody might be wearing, I don't know, a wire. The place could be bugged. So what's the best place to meet? You meet on the street in public, right? So you can say, we just bumped into each other. However, you make sure where you are meeting, both of you guys can see in a 360 thing that there is no body around you. So if anybody comes up and they're like, well, I heard the conversation, you can say, we could not see anybody around us within 50 feet. We were speaking in hushed tones. That means that you illegally listened in with some type of microphone, recording device, or whatever. Again, that's why you do illegal things out in public, but in a place that 360, you can see that there is nobody around you. Listen, again, Furry Bee Production said, this is called tradecraft by intelligence agencies. Okay, thank you very much, right? Rodney says, from my own personal experience, leave the feds completely alone. That 98% conviction rate is 100. Believe that. I know that's right. Also, Preston 803, thank you so much for the super chat. He said, stupidity is a hell of a drug. I know that's right. Thank you, Preston 803. Baby Girl 1617 said, hey, Tisa, thanks for your hard work. Oh, thank you, baby girl. And also, Stacy's midlife. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, let's get back to these regularly scheduled program. Also, let me see what I have my my chat thing on. I know a lot of you guys are listening in from work. I just want to make sure that everybody can chat. It might be set to subscribers only. Let's see, live chat. No, it's set to anyone. Okay. All right. Y'all I know what y'all doing. Because I'm like, why is the chat not jumping like it usually is? But I know what y'all doing. You got your AirPods popped in. If you got the wire headphones, which by the way, they're trying to see the AirPod. Well, let me not say why you listen to the AirPods, but wire headphones are the healthier safety version. I remember I used to run that joint up my back, put it in my ears, and then either put my hair, have it down, or even tie a scarf around, be like, just be like, right? Just they not like us anyway, right? So that's with Brendan. But y'all, wait, there's more. There is more, because it looks like Jonathan Oddi is back with a vengeance. Now, you guys know I believe that Jonathan Oddi is witness protection. I do not believe that he is being held in the Miami-Dade Correctional Facility for going on 6-7 years and has not gone to trial yet, especially when they gave him a mental evaluation early on and found him competent to stand trial. Them holding him that, and he has very, very competent counsel. Them holding that long is a violation of constitutional rights, and he has very competent counsel. One of the best criminal defense attorneys in Miami, has been his counsel for years. They could literally sue to release just off a violation of, like habeas corpus. You cannot see somebody's body that long. It goes against everything we stand for with the Constitution. Now, I know what y'all saying. These last couple of years, everything with the Constitution has gone out the window, but I'm just saying, right? What's up, Stu? Stu Pidcock said, love your tea. Said, think it boils down to UMG Drake versus Diddy. I actually think Drake and Diddy are on the same side. I really do. I really do think UMG, Drake, and Diddy are on the same side. They are on the side of the powers that be. Anyway, y'all. But thank you so much, Stu. But anyway, y'all, listen. Let's get into this, okay? I'm going to try to wrap this up neatly, which means this will probably be another 20 minutes on live. If I can, I'll make sure to, for anybody's watching and you got to go, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to start making, I know I always say what I'm going to do, but baby, I'm not giving you guys false promises. I'm speaking things into existence, okay? This is the way things go. Tattle Tells, I'm trying my best, but when I say something's coming, I'm trying to speak it into existence and motivate the subconscious, Tisa, to manifest it consciously. So I'm going to put on my manifestation board that I'm going to start making like little 8 or 9 minute breakdowns of the things we discuss in the live. So you can share them with friends, or even if you just want like a refresher course, or if you can't stay for the whole live. Okay. All right. So Jonathan Oddi. It has long been suspected because Jonathan Oddi was the one that predicted all this. He told the police about everything was happening back in 2012. That is over 11 years ago. What does it have to do with things right now? Well, I'll let Jonathan Oddi tell you himself. Hold on, guys. I have the video that I posted in one of my videos, but hold on. Hold on. Doing today? Well, okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's start. This is me. The whole video's up on my channel if you want to see what I'm talking, but I want to get actually to the meat of things, okay? Okay. The following is a police, and this is very important. If you guys seen this, just rock with me for a minute. Give me 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to get to that part, but I'm telling you, you got to know these basics for the reveal to be like, the following is a police interrogation from 2017. Back then, Jonathan Oddi was considered crazy, but given the recent events outlined in Cassie's complaint, maybe not. Okay, you guys, listen to this. It's about 1.5 minutes, and then I'm going to hit you with the who. All right, let's get into this, right?
I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Misalis.
Mark Garagos and Ben Misalis. This is back from 2012. Mark Garagos and Ben Misalis. He said that Diddy, much like Drake, is famous, has all these contracts and all this other stuff because he is part of the agenda and he does the bidding very well. And part of it about all this is him being mixed up with his attorneys, Mark Garagos and Ben Masalas. Who is Mark Garagos? Well, I'll tell you, he is Diddy's longtime criminal lawyer. He just got hired again for this case, okay? On top of that, if you guys don't know who that is, I have pictures of them. Let me put them on the Summer Jam screen. We're going to continue. This is Ben Masalas. This is a young man that Jonathan Oddi was referring to in 2012 as being part of Diddy's BS and actually the mastermind of everything. Who is Ben Masalas? Well, he is the founder of the Midas Touch. When it was Ron Burkle and Diddy and Rock the Boat, Diddy used his connections with Ron Burkle, Bill Clinton on Air F1. They would call it Air FUC blank one because it was a roving freak off that went all over the world outside of laws because they were in international airspace. Those connections with Bill Clinton, Diddy leveraged into the Vote or Die campaign, which is basically founded by his billionaire sugar daddy, Ron Burkle, that had his coming out party, right? Diddy's words aren't mine. He said he hosted his coming out party and he just wants to be free. Woo! Set free. Everybody. I don't know why I just saw like, when I gave you my life. Okay, anyway, right? I just see that as Diddy's coming out party. Anyway, right? Ben Masalas is also so Ben Masalas is a DNC political powerhouse. Ken Masalas, if you guys remember from earlier, is Ben Masalas's father. Ken Masalas, along with Ben, so Diddy was Ben's client because Ben is a lawyer. I'll give you more information about him in a second. A huge, powerful political player lawyer, but his father is Ken Masalas, the one that runs the law firm that just dumped Diddy a few days ago. And he represents some of the biggest power players, not only in music, sports, but also in politics. These are the people that dumped Diddy once the federal government confirmed to everybody, yeah, Diddy right now, we have a grand jury convened for Diddy. We should also be on arrest watch because one thing this does tell us is those charges are about to drop like a mixtape. And baby, unlike that mess Christian Combs drop, baby, it ain't gonna flop. It ain't gonna flop. Literally, the feds are rubbing their hands together and Kendrick Lamar, maniacal, sinister, like, oh yeah, baby, we're gonna show you the results of this obsession. This is Ben Masalas. This is the person Jonathan Oddi was talking about. This is his daddy, Ken Masalas. Meet the marvelous Mr. Masalas. Meet the attorney who closes deals for Lady Gaga, Sean Combs, and The Weeknd, and actually more than that. And this is Ben, Midas Touch founder, worked for Diddy, who helped him into Hillary Clinton's office. And this is Mark Garagos, the man currently defending him. Also the man that's been by Diddy's side through a lot of mess. Also the man that Jonathan Oddi is referring to. Let's get back to Mr. Oddi, shall we? Hold on, damn it. I hate when I ruin my own reveal. Okay, now let's roll this back and let's listen to it a little longer.
I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Masalas.
Diddy free from felony charges. Prosecutors won't pursue felony charges against Sean Diddy Combs. Mark Garagos represented Sean through all his dark times. He should have been given shout out to Mark Garagos on BET's stage. Let's keep going.
Ben Masalas worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting blamed for anything, okay?
Right.
He said in this interview, and listen, the cop is acting real suspect. Because if that was me, you know, my nosy self would have been like, he'd have been like, yeah, so about the bang bang, slow down. You mentioned Diddy, Rick Ross, Khalid, continue. I would have been on my phone Googling. This, Mark Garagos, have you met him? I would have been all in there. That would have been a 20-hour interrogation, baby. We would have been talking about that in the water cooler for weeks. But here's the thing. Right now, this is why I think he is in witness protection. A lot of people slipped over this, right? But he said to the officer, I have tapes. And I can share them with you if I can be guaranteed protection. There are tapes, but I need to have protection. Okay? You guys just heard him say that. Did he not? He did. Let's continue. Also, shout out to Jonathan Oddi. You know, a man's about to start spilling and be messy. If they're an old head, if they lean back, like this, and like they lean back and they're like, put their hands like this, or they put like sling like an ankle over a knee, like rest their foot on their knee and then lean back and be like, well, and fix their clothes. You know, a man is about to be messy and about to drop a bomb. That's like my dad and uncles. I see them get in that position. I'd be like, so what's tea? So what did Uncle so-and-so do? So how do you know that Miss Brenda is messing with so-and-so? Well, factor there. Milk can a person drink? As far as I see Miss Brenda, be visited by the milkman at least 3 times a week, and everybody in that house is lactose intolerant. That's when you know your old head men in your family are about to spill some major tea. And throughout this whole thing, Jonathan Oddi is assuming the position. I would have been locked in that thing, like, oh, he about to spill everybody's secret. Record this. Slow it down. Record it. You know they about to be messy. You know it. And ain't nothing like when a man's messy, because baby, they be giving all the things and then just leave it. Like, and everybody in that house is lactose intolerant. So why Miss Brenda be ordering milk so much? And you just be like, oh. And after that, every time you walk outside, hi, Miss Brenda. Just looking at the milkman delivery. All right, Let's keep going.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney.
Now, everything he's saying checks out, okay? He sued Diddy because he said Diddy gave him the herp. And he got a settlement from it. There's evidence of that. And for everybody saying that men are messy, let me tell you something. Men love to gossip. You see by that Kendrick Lamar. And there's nothing wrong with gossiping and telling stories. I look at my mom and dad. That is a underrated love language. Being able to chitter chatter with the person you love. Baby, men love to talk. Men love to talk. It ain't nothing wrong with talking, but when you are their bona fide, every woman, whether you a sister, an auntie, the lover, the girlfriend, the wife, you know that once you have a man's trust, baby, they be your best friend. Like, so what's tea? So what happened? What? Tell me when men don't come home from their friends that they don't really mess with, and you still be sitting on the couch. They don't walk in and give you a play-by-play rundown of everything that's going on in all their friends' lives. That's like, men in relationships, they love to emotionally release with their women. Y'all, listen, I'm just saying, y'all ain't never have a man really love you, because when they do, you be their bitter buddy, and they will talk in a good way.
They asked me to turn in that.
That's right.
Which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible.
So he's saying that not only in the settlement for the herp, he also had tapes that prove what he was saying. And this is when he's telling the guy it's possible he can share them with them. I'll rewind just so y'all pay attention to this.
Turning that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible. I'm not sure.
He said it's possible.
Now tell me though, how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because otherwise I'll be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Smart Ghetto has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist, like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross.
He said Diddy and Rick Ross, baby, they kissing, well, I don't want to say kissing cousins, but they kissing.
And Khaled. They all
and DJ
gay.
Khaled.
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
For dramatic effect, just to drive the point home. Look at Diddy's tongue. He ready. Seems like you calling.
The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on a yacht. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip hop agenda, basically what happens is the hip hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. They move, you need to involve DEA. They move all the dope, okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs,
by DEA,
okay.
Inside the United States, okay. They move what's called high grade powdered MA. They move, okay.
You guys pay attention to this. He's saying the hip hop agenda. And at first I was like, oh, here we go. But he said, no, it is drug trafficking. This is not the same thing. Reason why the feds expanded their investigation officially. Money laundering, drug trafficking, dealings with the cartel, and a bunch of other stuff. Again, maybe it's a coincidence. This interview was taken in 2014 or 2016, but it was about things that he had experienced with Diddy and Cassie in 2012. Again, is he a mind reader? Funny thing. And for those of you saying that Jonathan Oddi, you think that he was murked, they have been saying that he is actually in state custody for the last 6.5 years. And every 3 months he has a new trial, and every 6 months they prolong it. And he never makes an appearance. I do believe he is in witness custody. As much as this cop was trying to act like he was crazy, baby, the feds were listening, and it looks like they might have taken it into account. Also, for everybody saying that Stephen Massal, Ben Massal and Kenneth Massal, for them saying that, they dropped it, Lady Gaga. Funny thing is, they tried to blame it on Lady Gaga because they want to look like they were scared of anything and get away and make Diddy look more guilty because they are his close friends. Lady Gaga made them come out 2 days later, and they actually put out a statement that the media buried, but they put out a statement saying This had nothing to do with Lady Gaga. She never came and talked to us. We are leaving because we don't like the accusations that Diddy is involved with abuse or violence. So they debunked that lie they put out there about, oh, it was at Lady Gaga's behest. Lady Gaga said, I'm busy running satanic rituals in my concerts. Please leave me out of this. Anyway, let's continue in listening.
And they move liquid cocaine in the bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it.
Again, he said that they traffic by putting high-grade MDMA, high-grade liquid Coca-Cola, high-grade stuff. They put it in the private jets and they put it in the Ciroc bottles, and that's how they move it back and forth. Let's also not forget Diddy and the way he financed Shine and the way Belize is said to be becoming overrun with trafficking, cartel, all that other stuff, okay? This is things that popped up in the news around there to show that back then Diddy was about that Ciroc, was trying to get it launched, all that other stuff, okay? Again, Diddy was in Live in Miami.
I seen the liquid coke. I drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie.
Remember how Cassie said that Diddy would make everybody in the FO get high out of their minds to have a 3-day freak off, and it was so bad that they had to get IVs after to recover? He says, I know for a fact it was the liquid coca because I drank it myself when I was forced to do an FO with Cassie. Again, he was telling us about FOs back in 2012, but back then everybody thought he was just talking crazy, but he wasn't.
Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. All right, he calls it Gigi, but it's liquid cocaine.
I get all of that.
You're gonna need an internet so I can show you. If I show you the website, you're just gonna go like, oh.
Now he was trying to show the interviewer the website, and the interviewer was like, oh, I've seen enough. Let's just continue. Even though, the police department back then, I think about 16 officers actually got, I don't know if they got suspended, not arrested, but got suspended. And especially the police chief, because Jonathan Oddi was an escort for the Dancing Bear. That's how Diddy and Cassie found him. However, even the police chief of that county got in trouble for making a burner account with his city email so they could request entertainers like Jonathan Oddi and his crew from the Dancing Bear. So again, I don't know why the interviewer isn't diving more into this, because let's be real, back then, cops were very, very, very anti-Black, anti-hip-hop. I do believe that if they had the option, they would have tried to look into it to see if they could take down another rapper, because back then, that's what they thought all rappers were into. It was all a front for organized crime. So I find it odd that cop didn't even want to hear anything about it, but maybe he was one of the cops that was a frequenter of the Dancing Bear. And also, when Jonathan Oddi, what he was actually arrested for what this interview was for, he went to the Trump Doral and was like, pew, 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 pew. A lot of people tried to blame it, saying he was just trying to hurt innocent civilians. But the police chief actually came out and did an interview and said, absolutely not. He was not targeting civilians. As a matter of fact, he told all the civilians to call the police, then told them to get out. And when nobody would get out, he fired into the air to have them scatter. He wanted the local police that had been some of them his customers, to come in there. His goal was to take out the local police. That's who he had a beef with, to the point of he let all the innocent civilians go while he sat and did an ambush. You don't got to believe me. Go watch my other videos. The police chief actually did a press conference about it, admitting this much. But let's keep going.
All right. Help me understand you.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 42. I've been through all my life.
Hold on, really. Ty BD said, I'm late, but thumbnail number 2. Thank you, Ty. Thank you.
I've had a great life. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. Okay, was he scared that I was going to expose him?
I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want to talk about you. Help me.
You hear that? I don't want to talk about Diddy right now. I want to talk about you. I said, oh, he sounded very nervous. Did he have a burner account with a Dancing Bear too? Literally, and oddly enough, in the Dancing Bear, in the same time frame, 4 employees all got arrested for either murking someone or attempted murder. Caesar, he was Jonathan Oddi's co-worker. He was sending bombs in the mail. Jonathan Oddi shot up the Doral, and 2 people actually got in trouble for murking someone, all in the same year or 2 span. That's an awful high rate. Now, I've never been one to believe, the C theories. However, even our CIA have admitted that there are cocktails they can give someone to make them lose their mind or act out of character and do whatever. Actual rug cocktails, okay? Let's also not forget that Jonathan Oddi's best friend, right? Everybody said he was a gentleman, kind man, I know, but they were supposed to go to the gym that morning. They're saying that Jonathan Oddi was literally in the middle of either washing something or doing something in his kitchen. He stopped mid whatever he was doing, like a switch had been turned on, and then immediately exited his apartment and went to the Doral and went boo, boo, boo. So much so that when the police went to search his apartment, the water was still running. I don't know, y'all, but let's keep going. Oh, this is proof that there was some settlement with Jonathan Oddi. This was in the Miami Herald. Alleged gunman went from dead broke to a property buying spree in a month. Again, Jonathan Oddi, before he did that alleged settlement, there's no proof the settlement happened except for what we see. Jonathan Oddi had a negative balance of $1,800 in his bank account. He then went on a buying spree and bought like somewhere between 5 and 8 properties cash. Look at this. This was in the Miami Herald when they were doing a research like, who is this Jonathan Oddi? Where did he get this money from? This is Miami Herald. So where did a fitness trainer who was worse than flat broke, again, he was a negative 18. I looked for the actual balance because I'm nosy, who was worse than flat broke in August 2014, acquire enough cash in September 2014 to start buying properties that were headed for foreclosure. He started buying foreclosed properties in cash. And he was a fitness trainer. It said court records reveal Jonathan Oddi and his now inactive real estate thing, Oddi Investments, do not, but beginning in September 5th, 2014 and ending in October 30th, 2014, he bought 5 properties that were headed for foreclosure. He paid between $75,000 and $450,000.
Before you go, what is everything? What did you, when you say you threw away everything, what's that?
My documents, everything I had, because I know they've been trying to follow me. And I just don't, he's gotten shot at by them. And he's a witness that Ross came and threatened me at my house, post-settlement. After we settled, Diddy sent Ross, and I asked him to go see if that was Ross, and he confirmed his identity.
Let's listen to this. After he sued Diddy for the herp, and Diddy has known from other people that once he settles, even the young woman, Natanya, that came on my channel, go ahead and watch that interview. She's the woman Diddy banged in the face. Let's not forget that Diddy, she claims that Diddy harassed her after he had to pay. He's saying after he settled with Diddy, Diddy sent Rick Ross to his place of residence to threaten him. Let's keep going.
So guns.
And Rick Ross used to be a former correctional guard too. I don't know how that's relevant, but I'm sure it is somehow.
He can back up what you're saying about P. Diddy and Ross and all that? Okay, all right. And you said Gonzalez didn't know anything about what you did? You didn't talk to him before?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
He knows nothing. He was actually worried about me. He's like, hey, what's up? And I told him, look, man, what's happening is he's trying to cool things down, but then the feds have been harassing him. The feds have been. They have a big file of me like this. Because P. Diddy and Mark Garibus have been trying to set me up and lock me up as an extortionist, asking for money. It was not so. My settlement was breached, and my settlement terms is one was called peaceful enjoyment. That means that if I went to your house or I did something, you'd have to pay me the full amount back and forth.
I get all that.
So I've been going through that since like 2012. So.
All right, and Gonzalez.
The feds have been harassing him and keeping a file on him since 2012. Do you remember? I think it's a paperwork party, found evidence to show that Diddy may be an FBI informant. Now, let's keep in mind the FBI is below Homeland Security investigations, so they are junior to them. So Homeland Security investigations, those are the ones that are currently have Diddy in the grand indictment. They're the same people that took down Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and actually El Chapo, as well as countless others, okay? So whatever deals he had with the feds, they don't go to Homeland Security investigations, okay? Let's keep going.
About that, you talked to him about that kind of stuff?
I talked to him alone because he's the only one that knows since the beginning.
Gotcha.
And then my ex-wife, she knows he saw the contract. She has a contract, a picture of a contract.
Again, this is the whole thing that there was some deal. Prosecutors won't pursue federal charges against Diddy. Again, the stuff with UCLA, Justin, everything. He just won't pursue. There's a little bit more.
Based on Trump, okay, because he used to belong to their side. You understand? He used to belong to that illuminated group that I told you about, which is an elite group, okay, of individuals which run the whole country. All right. Basically, what I did you tell him did you explain to him about the message? Or
Please elaborate.
On Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, why? Because they want the United States, the corruption.
Okay, really quick, I'm gonna let this go. But for the idiot that said this video is very old, no shit. How do you think you put together clues? Do you think all clues come from new stuff? Can y'all please, well, not y'all, but can the people in the back please just stop showing your ignorance? Of course it's very old. You take old evidence to prove something new that's happening. Everything is old. What do you think a trial is? It's old evidence that you put in a new context. You can't understand that. Please exit the chat. There are people trying to learn and gain new evidence so we can try Diddy in the public opinion. Let's keep going.
From the system. He's letting them stay due to money, basically. Because they all like making money. That's why they're all billionaires, etc. So there's only there's select few that run the country, okay? So, I know you may or may not, I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Okay. Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminated.
Okay.
Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own families, etc. They're in the group, and they bond that way. The Illuminati card games, example, okay? You look at the game, the Illuminati card game?
I'm not familiar with it, so help me understand.
It's a card.
Now, funny, he wanted to know about this damn card game. It's a card game that the Illuminati is rumored to actually play, and they made it for their little sick games, but it shows the way they run our governments, our systems, and whatever. I will say, you don't have to believe in Illuminati. And I know people try to make it sound salacious, like, oh, a new world order. But the people that run nations, countries, corporations, things are this way for a reason. They do this for a reason. They do have their own agenda, and they push their own agenda too. You know, they do push their own agendas. You'd be stupid not to. Just like you see what's going on over on the other side of the world. America is pushing its agenda. Every country is pushing its agenda. People call it the Illuminati, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So before you dismiss it, I think that's one of, how they say one of the greatest tricks the devil ever played is making you believe he didn't exist. I believe that they went out of their way to make it like to laugh at people that say the Illuminati, that this and that, when literally you are basically talking about an organization of very powerful people that have a hidden agenda to affect the masses to do what they want, so that the hidden power can gain more power, wealth, resources, and control. Okay. If you don't think a government is not trying to gain control over its people, baby, you don't live in America or any other nation for that much. Okay. This is about the board game that
it's a card game
that tells you exactly what their agenda is.
Gotcha.
It's called mental pre-program. That means
this has
that
been proven to be true.
You predispose already. Once you play this, your mind is already predisposed at this happening. Not like a hidden agenda, which they try to make it open to our eyes, but we really don't see it. We're so busy working.
It's kind of like hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay. You're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people. Okay.
He's from South Africa. I guess you got to prove that you cool with black people, because in South Africa, it is a question. Anyway, the blank man who blinked at Trump Hotel was a stripper and an actor who loved Melania Trump. This is the transcript. So there we have it. Okay. Again, it's funny that Ken Micelle and Ben Micelle are distancing themselves from Diddy. They have been his lawyers for over 20 years. Why? Because people are saying that they are caught up in Diddy's mess too. What do we have to corroborate that? Well, we have an old interview for all the dum-dums in the chat. I changed this to subscriber only. You can be a subscriber anytime. An old interview. They already saw. Okay, Sherlock, make your own video. But an old video from 2012 that shows that Ben Meiselas and by proxy his father, who was the head of the law firm, have been mixed up with Diddy's ish for a long time, writing the deals, writing the contracts, and helping him enforce and get away with a lot. On top of that, it looks like to me that he was out doing, I don't know, it looked like witness intimidation or tampering to me with Brandon in LA, trying to send a message. Now, where does that leave us? It leaves us on our arrest watch. Baby, Diddy's arrest is imminent. Those charges are imminent. NBC knows that. CNN knows that. TMZ knows that. And Diddy's camp has been officially notified that, baby, rain soon come. So, in between, listening to Harry Potter on audiobooks. If you listen, download Audible. I've been taking my walks, listening to Harry Potter. I've been obsessed with the Kendrick Lamar. You know me, deep diving into the meaning of his lyrics. I'm going to get back into workload, but this is relaxation to me, doing all this stuff. But this is what I was doing yesterday when I said I was going to come back on live, but y'all know my editing skills are zero. So it took me forever to make this little PowerPoint presentation. But I wanted to actually drop the receipts because I know when I just be talking, some of y'all, of course, are like, okay, fine, but where's the proof? Which, again, this is all my opinion. My whole page is my opinion. Don't believe anyone. Don't even believe me. Always ask for proof. And then you go and research and make up your own mind. But I wanted to show y'all the receipts I found that in my mind make it more likely than not what's going on with Diddy, what's coming, and why the pieces on the chessboard are being moved around the way they are. Because, baby, the board was set all the way back in 2012. This isn't a new game. This is a conclusion to a game that is being played since 2010, 2011, 2012. And it looks like the feds are about to say, check MF and mate. I know my parents were sitting there watching. My dad was like, let me see this girl curse. Getting comfortable with his hands folded, waiting to hear a curse word. but I said MFing. Anyway, right? Again, you gotta think about this. Jonathan Oddi predicted even what was going to happen with Diddy and his law firm, and the way now the feds are involved, really involved, and taking him down, dissing themselves against it. It said, that's right, that's right. Let me get into this, okay? Let me get into this really quick. Let me just read these out. We got Holly W. What's up, Holly? Said, come for the mugshot, stay for the tea. I know that's right, Holly. Mixed Chick Samantha, what's up, Sam? Said Honeycombs has scientifically lost his mind. He truly has. Lori, what's up? You said you were so funny. You love it. I know that's right. Me said, oh, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Jew, thank you so much for the super sticker. And also, I want to give a shout out to P. Said, hey, Tisa, finally caught alive. I know that's right. See you push a P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spending on him. You think about pushing me. Anyway, let me go. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'll try putting it on my mood board, putting it on my manifestation. I'll try to go live later on tonight with a few other things that are related to Diddy, but not quite. But at the very least, I'll try to cut this live up into a couple of 8-minute videos where I go more in depth about each topic. Mixed Chick said, I love when you check people. Come for the juicy tea and laugh when you pop off. Listen, we love everybody at the channel, but watch your mouth. You know, not you, Sam, of course, but you know what I'm saying. People just be like, this is old. No kidding. All evidence is old, idiot. Anyway, Princess Warrior says Tisa always threatens to go live later. Listen, I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting. Eventually, if I talk about something enough, I will speak it into existence. So y'all have to realize I'm trying to speak it into existence. Rain will soon come. Rain will soon come. All right. Listen, I will talk to y'all later. Okay. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out if you're watching this for playback. And thank you for the market research about the thumbnails. I appreciate it, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Any other super chats before I go? Okay. Just want to make sure I was grabbing everything.